Hello and welcome back to my adventure riding the entire world by motorcycle, and this is series 12 episode 5, but this is a really special series because I'm bringing my bike Ashworth, my Honda monkey bike, my country stuck-in beast home, and it's been pretty emotional. But this is day 5, and because in the last 4 days I've hacked down so many miles, I've given myself an extra day. And I think we need to give Ashworth one more crazy adventure, one more, just something silly. So let's go to the Netherlands. So right now I'm in Belgium, and it's about 120 kilometers to the Netherlands from where I actually am. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna head over to the Netherlands. Now the thing of it is, quite funnily though, I've had quite a few comments from my friend Julian, the executive, Julian Bickers, and he said to me if I ever sing in one of my videos again, he's never gonna watch it. So of course I said to him, that's no problem, I'll make sure I sing even more. So there's that song, isn't there? There's that song that goes from Rotterdam to Liverpool, from somewhere to Rome. That's just for him, by the way. Anyway, Ashworth is all packed up. Ashworth is all packed up. Thankfully I'm staying here for another night anyway, so all my stuff can stay in there. So this is going to be the lightest Ashworth has been for a very long time. So let's saddle up. Let's give Ashworth that final big boosh of an adventure. Let's just skip into one more country on the mighty steed. Well, Ashworth, are you ready for this? You beautiful beast. Show me so by just starting. Let's just prime it just in case, one more time for luck. And Ashworth, you will fire up. Oh yes, you beautiful beast. Oh. And again, yes, you beautiful beast. Right. Shall we then, people? Shall we? Now the interesting thing is, anybody with any kind of brains, like you know, Rimmer from Red Dwarf, they would be thinking, you've just put this bike through an incredible journey. You're pretty much where you need to be for collection, not hugely far away. So that person can come and rescue you if needs be. Because I'm going to be collected on Saturday by a legend, an absolutely unbelievable legend that's got my back. And by the way, this is code to get out of all car parks you don't have to pay at the Ibis Hotel. 9998. I never told you that, Ibis budget. Never told you that at all. And I didn't pay for parking either, just saying. You're supposed to pay $7.50 a day. Just know the code, people, just know the code. Right, anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, the absolute legend that's picking me up tomorrow on Saturday. Today's Friday. I know you're all desperate to know who that is. I know you are. Maybe I'll tell you later, maybe I won't, but I can't wait, to be honest, to spend some time with them as well. I kind of need it. It's been quite an emotional journey. Now you would have thought that, like, again, I'd stay sensibly around the area knowing that they can come and get me if anything goes wrong, but me and Ashworth have done so much together, and it, you know, it really does deserve one more craziness. If you think about it, on this leg by itself, just by itself, forget all the other amount of countries I've done and travelled through and seen, just in this series I've done Hungary, Slovakia, Austria, Germany, Belgium, and now the Netherlands. Now the Netherlands, or hopefully Ashworth is treating me well. Now here we go, let's do what we always do. Let's just soak up the kilometers and let's get to the Netherlands. Ashworth the mighty beast, Ashworth the mighty beast, Ashworth the mighty beast, flying high. Ashworth the mighty beast, Ashworth the mighty beast, Ashworth the mighty beast, flying high. It's raining, it's only bloody pouring. But the thing of it is that Julian is sitting there at home watching this, getting stressed, saying, stop singing, you're doing my head in. Deep down inside, he wishes he was here, riding alongside me, drinking lots of non-alcoholic beers, having an 11 out of 10 adventure. Instead, he's at home thinking, oh bum, I wish I was there. But no need to worry, cause me and him have got a date in the diary. diary for some nibbles and things. He's coming down to where I live and bringing his wife. We're gonna get very drunk and have a great time. But I've booked us a posh restaurant. The poshest in Market Harbour, the poshest in the town. Don't worry though, because Julian, he's the business executive and he'll cover the bill. The bill? The bill? Who the heck is Bill? Well, I'm sure you'll agree that my singing is absolutely beautiful, awesome, and just legendary. And let everybody know this, especially Julian, down in the comments by saying, we want more of your beautiful voice, you lordship, gorgeous man, you. Anyway, we're not massively far now from the Netherlands, from the border. We're obviously right next to a load of docks. Look at the size of this boat. This boat here, right? Wait for this truck to go by. Now this boat, starts there and it goes on and on and on and on and ends somewhere down here. And there's massive boats over there. It's just quite a cool thing to ride along here. And I kind of went a bit off the beaten track because I was on the motorway. I was like, I'm going to get fuel. And I was like, I'm going to come off and get it. What's cool? Because I've seen this and like, look at all the cranes and all that. It's crazy. Anyway, let me show you exactly where we are on the map. So we're not far now from the Netherlands. So if I zoom out, baby. All right, there is the border to the Netherlands. See, look, we're going to the Netherlands, just so I can show you on the map. Netherlands! There's the border, and we come down. My plan, I saw this little like islandy looking thing. So we're going to cross this big bridge. We're going to come down and we're going to go all the way over to here, and there's something quite cool for us to go and have a look at just there. So then we've entered the Netherlands. Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Netherlands. The Netherlands on Ashworth. How cool is that? Apparently no windmills at 80 kilometers an hour, or churches, is that? And buildings, only at 50 can you see them. Anyway, here we go, Ashworth. The Netherlands, baby. Another country done in your bag for the amount you've been through, you awesome beast, you. And here we go. Right, 47 kilometres. I love going past all of these boats. 47 kilometres till we get there. It's weird. I know they're like working boats, probably full of liquid cheese and donuts, but at the end of the day it's just something quite cool. You don't normally ride this close, do you, to all the docks and everything going on, where people are going to and from work and setting off probably to different countries around the world, like Ashworth. Many countries done. Anyway, let's tally-ho, let's get to this awesome place we want to get to in the Netherlands. Well, I've arrived at the place I put the pin on Google Maps to go and explore and give this an 11 out of 10 adventure. And this is it. In the Netherlands, I've come to a place called Fort de Ruyter. And this is a bunker that was built just after the First World War. And apparently something to do with being upgraded during the Second World War by the Germans for artillery or something or other. But what's more important is it's being heavily protected by a load of sheep. Now again, being slightly Welsh myself, I should not be attacked to be able to sneak past the sheep without them all trying to take me down at once. But if not, I do have some Velcro gloves in the back box, so we can sort them right out. Anyway, should we go and see what's left of these ruins? But just before we take that stroll through the dodgy gate over there, I want to say a massive thank you to Carl, because Carl is the owner of Chapter 1 Diner. If you didn't know, of course, I don't really need to introduce him, he's world famous. And he has on his menu the Helmet Head breakfast. And he basically bought me 3 coffees after watching the last few videos. Said one to grab myself a coffee, the other to give me a tank of fuel. What is fantastic, really nice of him. He's just a proper legend. If you haven't gone down and tried the breakfast, it is basically the best breakfast in the entire world. But I thought I'd do one quick thing before we go and explore this and announce some big news, because down at Chapter 1 they're about to release the 11 out of 10 burger, right? The 11 out of 10 burger. Apparently it's the best burger in the entire world, and I've got real exclusive for you, a huge exclusive. I know exactly the ingredients that's going to be going into it. So what you're going to get is not just a beautiful brioche bun, but what you're going to get is a nice thick quarter pounder, right? Check this out. It's going to have some slice of cheddar over the top. even better, to give it a bit more of a twist, it's going to have a slim layer of blue cheese to give it that kind of flavour. Fresh lettuce, tomatoes and freshly sliced onions. But this is the special bit. This is the secret sauce that you've all been waiting to hear. It's not my secret sauce, by the way, the secret sauce. It's going to have a sauce called Southwest sauce on the top, and some jalapenos to give it that whoosh 11 out of 10. So that's going to be coming out soon in the diner, guaranteed, not proven in any way. Anyway, thanks Carl for buying me a coffee, making the Helmet Head breakfast. Obviously I've heard actually you've got quite rich because so many people have come to visit the most famous one, and you've recently said it's limited stock, so you need to get down and have your breakfast quickly. But cheers Carl, I appreciate it dude, you're my brother from another mother and you always look after me. Right, let's go and check out this bunker and the ruins of what's left. So the first thing we do is go through this really old dodgy gate that opens up. Sheep, do not attack me. I think that's had better days. And now, as you can see, there's bunkers all over there. Look at the sheep staring at me already. Calm down, I've got Welsh blood, you don't want to touch me. You love me, you want me, not that much. So there's bunkers all up here. This looks like the proper biggish one just here. Now look at this slab, this huge slab. It's like, is it being hit during the war? Let's find out. I have no idea what that is. Well, obviously it's a massive piece of stone, but it's like it used to be part of it. Maybe it was attacked and it's been blown off. Maybe, I don't know. Look, that's really annoyingly loud. This is huge though, like proper huge. Now also, there is all these little holes all over this, and I'm not going to pretend I know the history. I literally Googled it and then made it sound like I know what I'm talking about, because that's what us YouTubers do. But interestingly, it does look like it's been attacked at some point during its life. You imagine the history, and then what you've got coming up here is you've also got, if you can see, there's like gaps and holes through here. Now is this where they used to get the guns out and shoot out this way? Did people come over the brow of the hill and down? And the Germans, did they hit hard? I'm not going to say who was coming over. I'm not going to say it was the English at all in any way. I don't know if it was, to be honest with you, where we are right now. But yes, and oh look, this is it bullet holes? I don't know. So it just chunks at all. Oh, that's look at this. Now there's an entrance, and you know when you sit and you go, maybe I shouldn't enter this, but my 11 out of 10 side says I need to have a look in here. Let's go under the massive cobweb and look at it. Oh, wow. I mean, there's some kind of sheet or something on there, an old, I don't know, quilt or something. So hopefully nobody's been sleeping in it. But it has this kind of like eerie feeling being in here. It's weird. And then you've kind of got this sort of hole, what I'm guessing had some kind of like periscope thing going up through it so they could have a look. But you can hear your voice echo, but it just makes you think, doesn't it? I mean, look at it. It does give you that weird, historic but scary feeling to places like this, because you can only imagine the soldiers being here in these walls. I mean, obviously they're in a bunker and they're at war and everything's going on, but how thick the walls are, and they're in here waiting for the enemy to attack. I need to duck underneath this cobweb because I don't want to get covered in this huge cobweb. This is huge, this place. But yeah, I couldn't really. I mean, you think you can imagine it, but God, can you imagine how much you'd be absolutely bricking yourself? Especially for some places, they didn't get a chance to, like, did they? They had to go in at a certain age, like you get drafted in. And then you're here, like quite young as well, fighting. It doesn't matter which country for and all that stuff. It's scary as heck. Right, let's see what else we can find. So this is the roof of what we were just in. And as you can see, these are the holes
going all the way down into the bunker. This is the one in the middle. Look how thick this is. See what I mean? And I think they'll either shoot something up here or they can look out of them, because that's the view, isn't it? And I'm guessing potentially maybe that way though could be where they're attacking from, and there's holes both sides, so who knows. Right, let's get down from here. Oh. And then there's a second, that's one size bunker. This is a second huge bunker just here, and they've all got these holes and stuff in at the top. What's quite scary really. Right, let's have a look down here at the back of all of this. Look at the size of that. That is incredibly big. Whoa. So we're now at the other side of that huge rock. Look at this. What? That must have gone, mustn't it? It must have kind of gone out, and like I said, it must have either collapsed or maybe this has been bombed, and then we've got stingers and all sorts down here to get through. Bear with me. Deep down in the jungle, using my mighty skills. I don't want to touch any of this. I don't want to get stung. And there's that actually really does sting. Yabba dabba do. Okay, come on out. Is that poo? Come on. Only me can. Oh, cobweb. That's minging. Oh wow, look at this. Something like a bat or a bird just flew across there and scared the living shit out of me. So I'm not going too far in there. But look at all of this. Like the tunnels just there. There's graffiti. And all people have been in here obviously, and there's like a pit thing over there and then a way to get into the next one. Jesus, that's crazy. The ground is like uber soft as well, like mush. So obviously a lot of water's come down into it. There's a lot of poo down there, so I'm guessing the sheep have come in here during the rain. But look at all the kind of like slit style stuff in there as well. Just imagine it, couldn't you? A whole group of soldiers being sort of trapped in it almost. It's quite scary. Well, that, I'm guessing, like I said, look how far back it goes and that thing underneath. There's no sign of any, I don't know if it's just collapsed in there. There's no sign of any sort of entrances or doors. And then there's this one here as well. And I think there's one over there. There's like a selection of, I think the one that we've just been in is the biggest. Well, I could be wrong. Let's walk around here and see what we can see here. This place obviously the fields have got sheep on it, so I'm guessing a farmer owns it or something, but this is not open clearly to the public at all. Obviously, like I said, they're using the land to feed grass and keep it down. So I don't know when the last person was here looking at the state of the walls and things. That's not fresh graffiti or homeless people blanket that's been there for a long time. But look at the way this here cuts round as well. Is there any entrance into this one? I don't know. Look, there's random socks on the floor. Socks or cloths. There's no kind of like, sounds daft, I expected to see more kind of like gun sort of holes and stuff like that. But if this is artillery and they're shooting and stuff, and obviously that's a lot different. But there's the entrance to this old one. I know, sheep, I agree with you. I don't really see any way in to whatever this is, unless this was where they had the big gun, because it's got these round edges to it. So it was more of to hold a massive kind of cannon style thing, maybe. Now moving on to the top of this bunker or structure. As we're up here, you can see it's got to have been, hasn't it? Like, this is where the big guns got to have been. I'm guessing that's where the men kind of lived, I suppose, or were stationed as such. and this is where the big kahunas would have been fired from. I'm still guessing it's that way because I could be wrong. I think that goes further into the Netherlands and that goes towards the sea. I mean, I'm just guessing, completely and utterly guessing. And now there's a very similar but huge structure there. Like that goes right up over there. That's massive, like huge. But what is this though? Oh, I don't know. Now, today I definitely wanted to find something a little bit different. I could have just headed straight off to the coast again and went, I'm touching Netherlands coast. Everyone likes to touch Netherlands. But do you know what? I was just like going, I'm thinking, I want to do something a bit different, explore something a little bit different, see something a little bit different. And this is definitely it. And it's still back to that thing of looking at Google Maps, looking at what people have put their little picture points in and just seeing what it is. Oh, wow. This is a discovery. This looks like a trench where they've gone down and through. Let's have a stroll down here. Look at that. Look at these. I don't know, I bet the camera can't pick this up, but that is a massive cobweb and it is really thick and I don't want to walk into it. There we go. Let's get through here. Mind the stingers. Cobwebs, cobwebs. So as we're crawling further down, cobwebs bloody everywhere. That's some kind of shutter door to go to something. It's got bits of wood, so I bet that's rotting away. Imagine walking through all these. I mean, I'd be bricking it. I don't know how the boys did it. We continue to walk through these almost alleyways of bunkers. It's like something out of a film. Do you know what I mean? It's like you can't sort of almost believe all this stuff. I know it's real and I know it's happened, but it's seeing it like this as you go like, people were crawling through all this stuff. And again, this goes on for ages. Clearly this is at the back of it now. This must have another building. Maybe it had like the chief, the captain. Don't know. There is a lot of it. A lot of it indeed. But I think that's pretty much all of it. Well, that is definitely different from some of the usual stuff. I mean, I've been to a few bunkers now and they all give you this, again, look, this eerie feeling, at least they do to me, of chaos almost and scaredness, to be honest. I don't think everyone's brave, but I'd just be so scared, and I think people were scared. Anyway, let's get back to Ashworth. Let's figure out how far it is back from here or what else we're going to do next. But this has been interesting. I'm glad I came. Oh, what's that? It's another like random hole thing just there going in. Random. More sheep. Meh, ram you. I watch Babe, I know what that means. Right, back to Ashworth. So just looking again what someone's put, you can see here Fort de Ruyter, that this is where I think we're currently at, just there. But there's, look, it's full of like bunkers. I'm guessing these are the different defence things, and that's actually a big dike around there, and I think that might potentially be they're defending from this direction, and then obviously they've got the dike that's stopping anyone from going any further. But there you go, a bit of history. Well, I'm not going to head back yet because there's something else I want to do, but the thing of it is, I'm going to miss it. Me, Ashworth, just exploring the way that we do, randomly in countries, not really having a clue what we're doing, because even what I just said with the dike, obviously the dike means that that's the sea behind there, and that's probably what they're defending, with the Germans being here, the sea, a potential invasion, and plus obviously artillery to shoot the guns out and blow up the boats. Kind of makes sense, doesn't it? Or the planes, or I'm guessing planes as it flies over. But like I said, I'm going to miss it, because my happy place is this. My happy place is getting onto the bike and then just exploring and just seeing what we can see, and doing what I just did, going the wrong way and having to turn around quickly to head back the right way. But
But at least it gives us another chance to look at that bunker. Look, there's little slip holes where they would have probably had the guns coming out of it. Anyway, yeah, my happy place, being right here on this bike, exploring, and I'm going to miss it. I'm going to miss me and Ashworth doing this together and taking on the world. Yeah, it's an emotional feeling. Every time I think about it, it kind of starts tearing me apart to think all that stuff we've done, and this is our real final kind of 11 out of 10 winging it thing together. Crazy, really, really crazy. Right, let's do a few kilometres. Let's get ourselves to our final place. Oh, this is hard. Well, I've arrived at that final destination of where I wanted to get to do something that to me feels quite important, and that's of course to celebrate Ashworth and all that it's done for me, and obviously carried me so far on this world adventure. Now, interestingly, when I set off, and before I did, my dad gave me his old hip flask, and at the time I filled it with brandy, and then when I rode all the way to see him in France, we toasted together. Well, there's still some brandy left in there, so let's toast Ashworth properly with the true 11 out of 10 style that we love to do.
Think about me one more time before you go. Someday you'll know. Someday you'll know. Already know what I'm going to say. I've been feeling this way for far too long. And now you're gone. Took me away from all of my fears. Kept me away.
Well, this is to you, Ashworth. You've served me so well. You've been an incredible mighty steed. This is to you. Yaki da, mate. Yaki da.
And now I'm lost. Finally, I think I can see clearly now. I'm in love. Think about me one more time before you go. I'm in love. Took me away from all of my fears. I'm in love. Kept me away from all of my tears. I'm in love. I'm sorry.
Well, that felt really special, to be fair, and it was nice to give Ashworth a cheeky little cheers drink, a little bit of a celebration for all of the hard work it's done. It's still quite emotional, as you can imagine, but what I'm going to do, I'm going to jump back on the bike, just going to get this 120 kilometres or whatever it is out the way and back to the hotel and just take a moment and just chill, I think. But ladies and gentlemen, one incredible bike, taken me so far. It's just special, isn't it? Really special. Well, I've arrived back at my Ibis budget, and if you haven't seen it, check out the last video because you'll see exactly what all this is actually like. But do you know what? It's been quite magical in many ways, because it's the thing I didn't even think I was going to do and tick off another country and go to the Netherlands and kind of explore the way I did. But that's what I really enjoy. I enjoy that kind of 11 out of 10, just winging it, see what happens. And I'm sure you'll agree it's been an incredible episode. It's been nice to to give Ashworth a little bit of a cheers, like true 11 out of 10 style as well. It's quite emotional, so it's quite an emotional feeling to think that that's its last kind of big adventure on that awesome bike. But it's done me well. It's done me really well. I'm really going to miss it. I'm going to miss that whole just travelling on that beautiful Honda monkey bike and just seeing where I end up and doing what I do, just winging it, constantly putting places in maps and just finding awesomeness. Yeah, it's going to be difficult, really difficult to kind of put it on the back of a van tomorrow and let it go back. But we said goodbye kind of in the right way today. That felt quite special. That brings me on to tomorrow. Now tomorrow we're finally going to meet the legend, the awesome dude who's going to help me take Ashworth back. So I've got a whole kind of plan, hopefully. When I say a plan, I've been given a waypoint in the middle of nowhere for the meetup. So that should be epic and 11 out of 10 as always. And I'm sure you're all going, who is it? Who is it? Who is it? Well, that person is someone that you'll find out about tomorrow. And then you're probably also asking, what's going on? Why are you taking that bike back? Why have you just done all of these kilometers to bring it back when you were so far away? Well, that is going to have to wait as well, but I will explain more and more and more. But yeah, tomorrow is very much a pack up, head off, meet up, have an evening with the awesome person and everything else, and load Ashworth on. So it's been a heck of a few days, It's been emotional, but I've sort of come back in the peeing it down rain, so everything's pretty drenched, and I'm just going to chill and I'm going to edit this video and I'm going to go and get a beer and a pizza and just relax tonight and give myself a little bit of time, I think. But I just want to say, as always, thank you so much for watching the channel and being part of my crazy adventures and supporting me. I do really appreciate it, and I will really love to see everyone's comments about Ashworth and their favourite thing that they've kind of enjoyed seeing during this world adventure, because it's just nice to read those. So if you could leave us a little comment, and I'll see you in tomorrow. Tomorrow's going to be even more emotional, isn't it? It's going to be like, yeah, it's going to be hard. It's going to be hard.